Hi and welcome to my new video about Asian literature. My name is Lina Perez. I'm a systemic therapist, and for this month, I would like to share with you my comments about the novel Breast and Eggs from the author Mieko Kawakami. She comes from Japan and she was born in Osaka. And today she lives in Tokyo. And in this novel, which is with that title, you could imagine that is a lot about women and women's bodies and women perception. It's also about this main character. Her name is Natsuko Natsume, and when she's like around almost 4 year old, she decided that she wanted to give birth, have the experience of a pregnancy, giving birth. Um, she's a writer, lives alone, doesn't have any partner, and she doesn't really want to have sex with anyone, but she wants to have the experience of the motherhood. This novel was translated in the year 2020, and 2 years later was shortlisted for the Booker Prize. The novel didn't won the prize that year, but still today there is a lot comments about it because Mieko Kawakami is one of those writers that can describe very poetically um, intimate relationships and how people relate one to the other, and gives also this insight in the world and the different perceptions that women have in different moments of life. I read from her the novels All the Lovers in the Night and Heaven. In All the Lovers in the Night, maybe I could do another video about it because it just point the subject of alcoholism, and in Heaven it is like from the therapeutical point of view. I mean, it's about eating disorders. In breast and eggs, we see more all the questions about conception and how to bring children into the world. And in this main character, Natsuko, she decided to do it by herself, and makes like a research about conception with donors, which is like in all countries is a subject very yeah, it's a lot of controversy about it. So when couples want to have a baby and one of them have a problem that they cannot is not biologically um, into the whole parameters that you need to have, um, you can ask for donors, let's say from a sperm or from eggs. And this specific case in the novel is about how to donate the sperm, and that in Japan at least men do that, or for a while they did it anonymously. And today those children ask themselves or want to know who is the biological father. And because it was anonymous donation, it's almost impossible to trace the identity of these men. So these people get the news mostly when one of the parents died, or when someone in the family just say it aloud. It's also about all the secrecy around the subject, and there is this advocate groups, at least the way it is in the novel, that they just claim for their rights, in a way to know, but in the other way, it's also the ethical question: what right has human beings and adults to bring children into the world who ask for permission if they don't want to be born at all? Um, well, Natsuko goes in this, let's say, journey through different moments where she thinks a lot about all these questions. She is also in touch with people that have been that were born after this anonymous donation, and she also gets some view into the perspective of women that do it by themselves. And of course, it is also the question, when women decide to do it, like, well, how to deal with all regarding pregnancy, birth, and educating children when you are by yourself. Women and also couples ask themselves, well, do we have all what is needed nowadays to raise children? Do we have a very like a stable financial situation? And there is also this contrast into what couples are asked if they go into a fertility treatment, that they have to have these check marks in different things, and the contrast to women or men also that raise their children by themselves, just happen, lives put them in this situation, and they don't have any of this checklist. Um, Maybe some people will say that at least in the case of fertility programs, that that the children that come to the world have at least a couple of things that you could think they are essential. On the other hand, is the question, what is essential if you have children? Is essential to have like the best financial possibilities, or it is more essential that you give all the love that you can give, that you really want to have the children? In another part of the novel, there is also the question about pregnancy, giving birth, and postpartum depression, and how to deal with this subject that is not always discussed. And other ethical questions is, if women froze their eggs and these women die, what to do with those eggs? Do they just give it into the research, or um, give it into to other women to procreate children? So there is like all these question marks that they are like difficult to resolve, most of all because yeah, this medicine, fertility, and people going into treatment is an area that is still in development, and yeah, and faces into this whole idea of creating a new human being and what is needed to do that. In any case, I will recommend, if you are like a single parent that want to go into this journey, or a couple that also in case of a fertility treatment, that you consider to go into to take some um, psychological sessions just to give support during this phase that is not easy for anyone. Women face all these hormonal changes. Sometimes treatment could be very tough because of side effects of the treatment, but also because of the whole pain coming from uh, the excitement, do I go to be pregnant or not during the first try, second try, third try, and there is no like a scientific answer to how to make that really happen. So it could be also very taxing for couples and women. That's why um, psychological someone to accompany couples and women could be something very, yeah, useful, or that could give some support in very difficult moments. I will let you to find out if Natsuko at the end got pregnant or not. If you would like to share your experience about being a human being from a conception, or if you want to share your experiences, like all around your birth, you can do it in this email. And yeah, I will like to join me, and be free to join me in my next video. Bye.